So, I mean, this must have been after the explosion. Right? Because Date would be here otherwise? Yes, I'm going to look at all the insignificant things. I want to look at the coffee maker. There we go, the kettle. Pot on top of the long desk. Alright. Well, don't see anything there. Continuing the insignificant things. It's the show's sign. It says Faith to Face. The big monitor. Scoreboards, I assume. Podium used by the host. There's a good old inspector. Let's start with the host man. Komeji. It's the man who was hosting that quiz show earlier. Andes Komeji.
I think he introduced himself to me before the show started. His name was Andes Komeji, I think.
That's his stage name, of course. His real name is Yoneharu Enda. He's a comedian.
I'd never heard of him before. He must not be very good.
Oh, and I suppose you can do better, asshole.
Oof. Tama's got a bit of talk back in her.
What do you know about comedians? Listen, comedians are all doing their best so they can bring people joy. And here you are, just...
Okay, I'm sorry.
I've known Tama for more than half a year now, but I idea that was a sensitive subject.
Are you still out of it, Mr. Ryuki? This is Studio Devaita in Minato Roppongi. It's a rental studio mostly used for live streaming, filming, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so about the quiz
Did
show.
you really not understand what you were getting into when you agreed to this?
No, I'm pretty sure Tama agreed and just carded my body here.
We arrived here right as the stream was about to begin. They made us sit in the contestant seat right away without telling us anything.
Well, the title of our show is right there.
Faith to Face, our special 6-hour live stream marathon, brought to you by Amabi TV.
We cut the stream, of course, but the cameras should have been running when that body appeared. I'm sure all of Japan, or even the world, tuning in on the internet is in shock right now.
Where's the staff of the show? The quiz show Face to Face is one of the shows. It's a mildly popular show with everyday people as contestants.
They're being questioned by the police in the waiting room. Mr. Ryuki, aren't you with the police too?
Well, yes.
I was sitting at Team Popo. Yeah, Abyss is a high-level investigation police agency. They don't get along well with regular police officers and often have a hard time getting them to share information. Oh, because why would people in the same business talk? An inspector is checking something.
I'm just an inspector. Why would you want to know my name?
We're both going after the culprit together. I'd like to get to know you.
Wow, what an honor coming from someone from Abyss. My name is Kagami.
I see. Kagami. Got it.
Yeah, if anyone's likely to forget something, it seems to be you, Ryuki. I think you've got a hole in your head somewhere. Do you know the victim?
Jin Furoe? Yes, of course I know about him. I actually follow him on Twitter.
Twitter.
He cuts through all the BS of the modern world. He's insightful, inspiring in a way.
How's the investigation on the body going?
Well,
What? You still haven't taken DNA samples?
easier said than done. Most of the blood was drained from the body, so we have no choice but to take samples from the organs. Wait, hey, this is no place for a kid.
This is like the third or fourth body I've seen. It's fine.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're right next to the body.
So?
So, well,
I've already been traumatized with my mother's corpse. It's fine.
you could be traumatized for life seeing something like this.
I'm fine. I've seen worse.
I actually pulled an ice pick out of my mother's eye socket, thank you.
Anyway, you're in the way.
Fine.
Yeah, no wonder Mizuki didn't remember you. You didn't introduce yourself, and you were rude.
Well, there you have it.
So, in other words, you don't have anything.
Sup, Mr. Police Officer? Police officer from this jurisdiction. How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might!
Ryuki? What crack did you put yourself on before you came down here?
Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
You okay, Mr. Ryuki?
Yeah. That's the reaction I would expect.
I feel like you aren't exactly sound of mind right now.
Ryuki can oftentimes get weird like this. He isn't doing well mentally. One of my jobs is to support him. Really? I think he's got some issues. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. About the body.
Is it true that body appeared out of nowhere?
Well, it was dark, but I don't know. Yo, Tama, did you have your eyeballs on? You could record in the dark, and probably recorded other data.
It's hard to believe, but...
So any new intel?
Please, don't rush me. I'm doing the best I can.
Can clearly see that. You are standing in a corner. You might want to help with the questioning?
Looks like he's just standing there to me.
Yep, that.
Yeah.
The 3 spots for contestants. Alright, Mr. Detective. Maybe he's from HQ. So you are...
We work in the same building and you don't know my name.
Well, you weren't in the last game, so I'm afraid I definitely don't know your name. Also, I'm surprised Ryuki knows his own name half the time, from what I've seen so far, so...
Can't blame you, though. You're new. Metro PD, Major Crimes. Name's Ushidera. I already know all about you. No need to say it.
So you're one of those annoying coworkers.
Kurito Ryuki, 23 years old. Due to your excellent marks, you skipped a few grades in an elite private university and graduated at 21. Afterward, you went through training at Police Academy for 15 months and were accepted into Abyss last summer. It's incredibly rare for anyone to get into Abyss without having stepped foot on a crime scene. Don't tell me you slept your way in with Maz.
Do you think she'd sleep with Ryuki? I don't.
Of course I didn't. I took the formal exam and boss acknowledged my abilities.
You mean your endurance? You're a young guy. Yeah, boss definitely seems more into the marathons than the sprints.
She's also standing right there. I'm sure she can hear you.
What are you talking about?
Well, Ryuki, when a man and a woman love each other very much...
You don't have to explain it. I get it.
Oh, Tama. So any leads?
Unfortunately, nothing yet.
I mean, you've only been staring at the body for 15 minutes. I'm certain you can't divine them out of thin air.
HQ still hasn't gotten any reports about the half-body being found. Hell, maybe it's never going to be found.
Yeah, just give it some time.
What if that body crossed over time and space to get here? It's possible, right?
Yeah, but the sign, definitely sending a message. Have you investigated that at all? Have you scanned the QR code?
No?
No? Okay.
His name is Moma Kumakura. He's a leader of the Kumakura gang, which is under the Ujisaki family.
I know. The Kumakuras are known for being peculiar, even among Yakuza.
Are you kidding? Iris probably asked if he'd be on this game show with her, and he was like, yes?
But why is their leader at a live-streamed quiz show?
He's a very, very huge A-set fan. Moma Kumakura.
Oh, you mean Shinpei.
Shinpei?
Shinpei Wagai. That's his name. He was one of our members until just recently.
Was?
Yeah, he went clean. Left the life completely.
Oh, well, that's good for him. I don't think he was the one that got married to the nurse, though. I think that was the other friend.
And where is he now?
Who knows? The moment he saw the corpse, he flew out of the room, white as a sheet. He's probably puking into a toilet somewhere.
So do you know the victim? Like, no, or just in passing?
Anyway, it's real fucked up. Even people in my world wouldn't kill someone so gruesomely.
Did you see what your brother did? Well, your brother plus the body that Date was currently inhabiting?
That bastard. Scaring Tessa like this. Whoever did this better make sure the cops get to him before I do.
Yes. We're all gonna learn about Iris, that I don't really care. So Mizuki. Her name is Mizuki Date. She's a 6th grader.
Mizuki Date, 12 years old. Her former name is Okiura, but she was adopted by my superior officer, Kaname Date. That's why I've met her a few times before.
Yeah, but why is Date not here?
Like the time you carried Date home on your back after he had one too many rounds.
So... Where is Mr. Date?
I don't know. Not his guardian, you know. He got all giddy about taking a long vacation. He's probably at a cabaret club in Meguro right now, pouring some ponzu on that Reika chick's fat thighs.
Wow. Mizuki. Reika is a hostess girl Date has been eyeing. She works the hostess bar, Tiefblau. Unfortunately, I've never met her. But according to Aiba, she looks like a giant stone lantern. Or an old oil drum. I don't think either of those are accurate, and, you know, I can see why Aiba would get upset with Date. Do you know the victim?
Of course. Jin Furue, right? I've seen him online a bunch of times.
What are you doing?
What? Isn't it obvious? Iris is totally freaking out, so I'm helping her calm down. When are you letting me leave anyway? That other detective said you still had questions you needed to ask. So...
alright, Iris. She's trembling. And she was all hyped to investigate the other crime scenes. But this one? No, not this one.
I know her name, without asking. Iris Sagan. I was introduced before the show started, and...
She was involved in the new Cyclops serial killings that happened last November. You read the reports.
Yeah, so I know enough about what happened. Mr. Date was also on that case.
Oh, by the way, this case and the new Cyclops serial killings are not related. Though that is just a hunch. You don't need to worry about that. Are you okay?
Does she look okay to you?
Yeah. Ryuki's very bad at being a human being.
I already talked to the other detective. I want to go home already.
Do you know the victim?
Teleportation.
What?
Oh boy.
That body teleported here from a parallel world.
I mean, in this game, not actually out of the realm of possibility.
But only half of his body was able to make it through. That's why he was split in half.
Jeez.
Of course, if it's Iris's idea, I think we can just throw it out the window, because her ideas are historically incorrect. Alright, Boss, I report directly to her. So why are we here?
Hey, what's going on with you? Memory problems? Brain disorder or something? You look like you're losing it a little.
Yeah, I'm sure my brain is having issues.
No, it's nothing.
Boss was invited here by Ma, a host from Kabuki show. Ma told her, let's go on this online show together. It looks so fun. But immediately after she showed up, she was sent a Nile message that read, sorry, something came up.
So in other words, he flaked on her.
She. Ma is a she. I believe she likes to be called a she.
Boss tried to go home. But the show's staff stopped her and begged her to find
If
her
this is
replacement.
Ma from Golden Yokocho.
So she called up her obedient underling, huh? How convenient.
Yeah, you remember now?
Remember? You never told me anything about this Ma guy.
Ah, so Tama told you. After I asked her not to.
So who's in charge of this case?
Well, there's no one else available, so would you mind taking care of it?
What? Me?
I know this case could get dangerous. It might be too hot to assign to a rookie. But then again, you have a reliable partner with you.
I'll give you hands-on assistance for this investigation.
Tama's a bit spicy. About the body.
It's Jin Furroway, no doubt about it. He was like an advisor who represented the young talent. I saw him a lot on the news online. This is so strange. Why just his right half?
Excellent question.
The estimated time of death was about 40 hours ago.
So that's longer than the other time of death.
Today is February 10th, current time 2200, which means he died around 6 o'clock February 9th.
Yesterday morning.
There's hardly any blood left in his body. His body must have been left with his legs slightly raised and the cut side facing the ground. Blood naturally flowed out as a result.
That's what tends to happen.
Leaving the cut surprisingly clean and visible. The cut appears to have been made by something far thinner than paper.
Thinner than paper?
For example,
Molecular laser.
something with zero thickness, like a 2D surface.
Are we talking about breaking the laws of physicality now?
There's no such...
What's more is that it doesn't seem like the connections between molecules were severed. The structure of the molecules themselves have been cut.
Oh boy. So this is going to be a little hard to understand, so feel free to skip this if you'd like. Among scientific bonds, there is the intermolecular bond, which uses electrons to bond, and the intermolecular bond, which is bonding of molecules themselves. Intramolecular bonds are stronger than intermolecular bonds. So when something is cut in half, it's usually the intermolecular bond that is severed. However, Jin Furue's body was severed at an intramolecular bond level. That's it for the science part. Please continue to enjoy the main story. Okay, let's keep poking the corpse body. What in the world happened yesterday at 6? You know, things. Corpse face? I would like to look at the corpse face, thank you.
The identity of the deceased has been confirmed through facial recognition. Jin Furue, 29 years old, the CEO of Music Food Co. Ltd.
Music Food Co. That does not sound like a tech magnate company.
He's also an executive at several IT firms, consultation companies, investment firms, and advertising agencies. His columns and essays are featured in various magazines and online media. He's quite a successful author. Wait.
What is it?
This might not be related to the case, but I just thought of something. Ryuki, would you mind moving closer to the body?
He's missing one of his back teeth.
Interesting.
Yes, the first molar of his upper jaw was completely removed from its root.
Also, that x-ray with his teeth is horrific. Teeth don't normally do that.
Judging by the impression left in the gums, it looks like it was removed just recently.
Interesting. Alright, let's look at the sign.
Fray to free?
Is this one of those word puzzles where it's like, change one letter at a time until you get from fray to free?
Fray can mean battle, tatter, ravel, or strain.
Fray, yeah. So in this case, it's probably battle.
Free is self-explanatory.
To set free or release.
So the phrase could mean something like fight to set free.
Yes.
What's with that QR code?
The thing is, there seems to be an error in the Abyss communication system. We're having issues getting online.
What? Come on.
What? You got a problem with that?
No, not at all.
Yep, that's right. Whip him back into shape, Tama. A fight for freedom, huh? Alright, let's look at the face again.
By the way, Ryuki, there's something about the corpse's head that's been bothering me. It's hard to see from here, so here's the image I took earlier.
What's this?
A wound on the back of his head?
It's an enlarged picture of Jin's temporal region, near the back of his head. It's hard to see because of the hair in the way, but there are signs of traumatic subcutaneous hematoma.
So... my understanding of medical terminology tells me that he was hit on the head.
In other words, there's bruising. I think he got hit with a blunt object.
Yep.
Someone hit him from behind?
Probably. But I don't think this is a fatal wound. There's no damage to the skull or brain itself.
Well, most people are not going to stand there willingly and let themselves be sliced in half.
And as you can clearly see, his cause of death was being split in half. There are no other visible wounds besides the head trauma. He must have been cut in two while he was alive. Ryuki, I've got a connection. The QR code link. It leads to a ViewCube page.
Oh boy.
ViewCube? You mean...
Let's look at the
Yes,
video.
the video streaming site.
Let's do it.
Whose account does the channel belong to?
A fake one, probably.
No idea. It was registered using an alias.
That.
Okay. Open it.
That would be far too easy, Ryuki.
What?
Do you think that somebody cuts a body in half and decides to make their view cube count with their own name? Yeah. Definitely the criminal mastermind we're after.
I'm sorry. Can you please open it?
Yes, be polite to your eyeball.
That's better.
This feels like a movie I had to watch as part of one of my film classes I took at one point. And, you know, makes about just as much sense. Maybe there's something subliminal in it. Yeah, I'd have those dots too.
What's wrong, Ryuki?
Did it give you a seizure? It definitely seemed like it was supposed to give you a seizure. I can see that video was very healthy for you. This can't help your already fried brain cells.
Hey. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, that was fine. That was definitely fine. Yeah, something subliminal in that message for sure. Now we have no body. Fire extinguisher, anybody? Just gonna let all the evidence burn? Cool. Oh, we're finally to the intro. All our old faces are still here. You know, except for the main one. The Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative.
Oh, it's Brahman.
You are familiar with it?
Yeah, I've been here a bunch of times. Ryuki is supposed to be here?
Yeah, I mean, Date really brought you a lot of places you shouldn't.
I'm certain of it.
Okay, let's go in.
He's in great shape. Date, now I gotta deal with this with you. Goodness. The menu. What's on the menu? Looks delicious. I want to eat it. A liquor bottles. It's empty, other than what? Big stock pot? Posters and flyers stuck to the wall. Gotta say, I like Ma's bar a little bit better than this. Freezer door. Mugs on the table. Spices. Refrigerated case with more alcoholic beverages. I love it.
It's a picture of Ganesha, the Hindu god. Ganesha is worshipped as the god of wealth, especially by merchants.
Appropriate. Is there a god of food that might be more appropriate, though? Interesting, this one has a lot of random Indian themes in here. It is a houseplant. Yes, I'm doing everything I can to avoid drinking to the drunk person. Restaurant door. An oil drum, because that's what every restaurant needs, apparently. Mizuki ought to be having a little bit of trauma from that, since that's how her dad was strung up. Round stool. Posters. Beer case. Alright. Alright, Ryuki. Ryuki.
Come on, Ryuki. Wake up.
Slap him, Mizuki. As hard as you can. Full strength. Where's Jenny?
They're gone.
Where to?
I don't know. Maybe to the mirror world?
I'm gonna slap you so hard that Tama comes out of your face.
What?
Geni, being this man? Full name, Gen Ishiagane.
Whose face is so scary he wears a creepy happy mask face instead.
I met him several times in the past when I was in Date's left eye socket.
Yeah, Geni is the owner of this fusion restaurant, Brahman. He runs it all by himself without hiring any help. Where could he be? It's not like him to leave his customers like this.
Well, I don't know. If Ryuki... So you just probably can't get rid of him.
Jin Furue's other half was found. The other side of his corpse. The one we couldn't find 6 years ago. The time of his death was around 12 o'clock today. What do you think that means?
Huh?
Answer me, Ryuki! You were in charge of the HB case, weren't you?
Make it a sidebar, please.
Ugh. Just what kind of dream is he having?
A haircut dream.
How should I know?
Should we try wink syncing?
Forget it. It'd just be a wasted battery.
Just toss him outside in the cold.
Ryuki, please, tell me about 6 years ago. I want to know all about what happened back then. The HB case and the explosion are related. If I can solve the HB case, maybe I can figure out where he is.
I'll take a double shochu curry shot.
Alright, Ryuki. Not helping your case.
This is futile, Mizuki. Ryuki's blood alcohol level is 0.32%. He is quite intoxicated. In fairness, the reason he's like this now is because of that incident. He had psychological issues before, but the events of the case deepened his condition.
So it was okay for him to become a drunk? That's a terrible message.
As you can see, he now spends his days drowning himself in alcohol.
Tama, can you, like, electrical shock him? Something?
So if we solve this case, we might be able to heal his trauma?
Unlikely.
It's possible.
Then it's all the more reason for him to help. For his own sake, too.
Still, I doubt he would wake up even if you cut his eyelids off. What will you do?
Isn't it obvious? I'll sync with him. Hey! I said, wake up!
Did you really not try to slap? Did the slap not work? Ah, alright. It's time to get our sync on. First one of the game. Let's see how well these compare.